The theme for this year's World Intellectual Property Day is Intellectual Property, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, Taking Your Idea to Market. There has been rampant growth of SMEs, which has led to the growth and development of many economies. In actual fact, 50% of employment rates worldwide has all been to SMEs. It's important to note that no idea, no logo, no brand, no invention, no innovation is too early to register for an SME. It's important that the SMEs identify their IP assets as early as possible in order to guide them and help them in the protection of which IP rights they're going to register.
Despite being the backbone of the economy, most SMEs do not have an idea on how intellectual property can be a powerful tool for competition and growth. In a survey conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers in 2020, SMEs failed to identify intellectual property registration as some of the challenges or part of the challenges faced by SMEs in Nigeria. What this means is that the SME community has not considered their intellectual property rights as a valuable business asset in order to grow their businesses and attract investors to their businesses. Our article for the World Intellectual Property Day highlights the challenges faced by SMEs in the course of registering their intellectual property rights and assets with the regulatory agencies in Nigeria. Some of these challenges include: first, the lack of awareness of these intellectual property rights. Secondly, the bottlenecks associated with registration process with the regulatory agencies, and also the cost of registration. We go further to highlight the importance and the pivotal role that government has to play in creating a conducive environment for SMEs in Nigeria. Part of these roles include creating awareness on the importance of intellectual property registration in collaboration with regulatory agencies for the SMEs. It also goes further to highlight ways in which the government could also create laws that enable efficient registration processes for intellectual property registration in Nigeria. The goal of the government should be enabling competitiveness between new and existing SMEs through the use of an efficient intellectual property system. We go further to recommend that there should also be sustained efforts in creating awareness to bridge the gap in the awareness of access to and use of the intellectual property system by SMEs.
In conclusion, it's important that there's a conducive environment for the SMEs and a good interaction between the regulatory agencies and these SMEs in order to make them more comfortable. The government also has a key role to play in enacting IP laws to ensure that those laws are favorable to SMEs. These laws should accommodate efficient and transparent registration processes and reduce the cost associated with IP registrations.